Hello, everybody. It's Thursday the 9th of January. I hope you're well. My name is Brian. This is Class A Plus English, and we're going to continue with Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. I hope you're well. This is Class A Plus English. It's a small YouTube channel. I'm an English teacher, and I'm playing video games for students, explaining vocabulary, story-driven games. Even if you're not an English learner, sit back, relax, enjoy the game. It's quite fun. I'm really enjoying this game. Now, we're at a big stage today. We're interrogating a suspect, Michael Clark, who we found at the scene of the crime yesterday. So we're going to jump into the game now. Let's get it started. I hope you're well, and sit back, relax. Let's go. Okay, continue. Is that working? Hang on, have I got it on the right screen? Game. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, this is a new channel, so sometimes you have to forgive me if I'm making any mistakes. Who is this? This is Joanna Locke, I think her name is. Where's Hercule, you might ask? Well, this game is set in 2023. It's not the typical Hercule story like the last game we played, which was the Hercule Poirot's First Cases, which was set in the 1920s. This is kind of a modern update. Hercule has a mobile phone, everybody. Yep, that's right. We're in 2000, I think it's December 2023, I don't know. Now, let me quickly explain. This is Joanna Locke. She's an American detective. She's on the Orient Express. We found her. She was drugged. So she was kind of ill for a while, and she's kind of explaining why she is on the Orient Express investigating the murder. Well, a murderer, a kidnapper. So basically, a child, Daisy Armstrong, was kidnapped from a very rich family. She was abducted, and she was taken to a cabin and murdered. So this is our detective, and this guy in the interview room is a man called Michael Clark, and we're just about to go and interrogate him. We're going to try to get to the bottom of things here today. He's a journalist, a crime reporter, but he seems to have he's suspicious. Let me just say that, okay? Let's get into it. If you haven't seen any of the previous streams, go back. This is stream number 8 for this game, and you can catch up. Yeah, if you're behind, you can catch up on the story. But not today. Stick with me now today, and we can chill out and get to the bottom of this. No more Mrs. Nice Guy. We're going to go in hard. We're going to get to the bottom of this. There he is, looking extremely suspicious. Don't say anything, Joanna, just stand behind him. He's got his ponytail. He kind of looks like a cross between Steven Seagal and, I was saying, the magician's Penn and Teller. Okay. Let's sit down.
Now that we've taken your DNA, we can begin. Interview of suspect Michael Clark, 6 p.m., March 30th, 2019. This interview is being recorded.
By elves behind the mirror, no doubt?
You were arrested at a crime scene where you damaged police barricade tape.
I'll pay for a new roll.
That's a Class A misdemeanor, and it carries a $500 fine.
Oh,
Class A!
that's
Class A
unfortunate.
misdemeanor!
To begin with, where
Class A
were you on
English.
the night Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped?
I was watching TV in my motel room, but I had my police scanner on. I heard the first reports that the little girl was missing. No way the police at the scene were going to let me get close. I set my alarm so I could get on the story first thing in the morning and tried to sleep. It was difficult.
Can anybody confirm where you were?
No, afraid not. I was alone and sleepless. A sad combination. And I realized a bad alibi.
An alibi. I explained this yesterday. It's kind of if the police suspect someone, if the police suspect me of a crime, it's good if I have an alibi. Well, I was streaming on YouTube at the time. I couldn't have robbed the bank. Yeah, this is my story. They can check it and say, yes, Brian was there at 1:30 on a Wednesday, the 9th of January, streaming. So that is his alibi. It's my alibi. He seems very confident, doesn't he? Yeah? He's got a kind of a beard, some glasses. Do you remember that game LA Noire where you had to kind of check their faces to find out if they were telling the truth or not? Doesn't look like that works here. Okay, so we've got some evidence here. Let's have a look. We've got some photos of a, as the Americans say, a gas canister. I would say petrol. He had one in his truck, but there was also one in the bunker, which we discovered. Now, the bunker is where we thought, where I think they were making a bomb. There was a bomb in the cabin. Again, I'll be here all day if I have to explain everything. Go back and check the previous episodes. We have his ID, we have some photos, and also the title for the truck he's driving is not in his name, which is a bit suspicious. Let's go for the middle one. Michael Clark, journalist, reporter, press card. That's the phone number for his for the newspaper that he works for. We phoned them. They confirmed. Would you like to confront Michael Clark? Yeah, why not?
You say you're a journalist, a stringer for Channel 6 News in Boston.
I sell my stuff to lots of media outlets.
What is the most relevant topic? The name of the editor, the camera that was left in the car. So yeah, there was like kind of a camera with a lens, kind of like paparazzi lens, you know, to zoom in, zoom out. Let's check. Why was the camera left in the car?
Your camera was in your pickup. You didn't want to take pictures of the crime scene?
I like to get the lay of the land. Once I see the story I want to tell, then I start documenting it.
I don't know any journalist who works a case without their camera close at hand. He thinks he's invincible. I need to play his ego. That's the key. What are you doing in the Berkshires? And what is your connection to the Armstrong case?
For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News was looking forward to my next story. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time. I changed gears when Daisy was kidnapped and started investigating the Armstrongs.
Okay. Which of these sentences contains a lie? For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News was looking forward to my next story. He's kind of like a freelance journalist. Yeah, he goes, he finds a story, he sells the story to the newspaper. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time. Interesting. I changed gears when Daisy was kidnapped as the little girl and started investigating the Armstrongs. Now, when we were at the cabin in the woods in the mountains, so he left his camera in his pickup. He says a pickup, it's a truck, you know, like a Jeep, big American pickup truck. So the camera was there. We looked at the camera and there were photographs, kind of like paparazzi photographs of the family. I'm going to go for this one.
So you just stumbled on a major kidnapping story during your stay in the Berkshires?
Yeah, I was researching PCBs in the river for crying out loud. Then, wow, the Armstrongs. That's not a Science Sunday report. That's a lead. Sometimes you just get lucky.
I have no idea what PCBs stands for, what it means, but I would presume it's some kind of pollution or something in the river. Okay, select the element that proves he's lying. The camera, definitely. There are photos.
Your camera in the pickup. There were photos of Daisy from before she was kidnapped.
The Armstrongs are a famous family, like the Kennedys or Hollywood couples. Gossip sites love them. People want to see how they live. I started out just stealing candid shots. Paparazzi live on getting that one exclusive shot. Steamy, intimate, whatever. Then when the kidnapping happened, I realized I was here first. What an opportunity. And I jumped at it.
You have an answer for everything.
You're not very good at this, are you?
Ooh.
How long have you been on the job?
Ooh.
Long enough to put you away for life.
You tell him,
You killed
Joanna.
that little girl.
Okay, he said steamy, meaning sexy. Yeah? Let's have a look at the mind map. Oh, 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 oh. I'll start the interview easy, asking about his presence at the crime scene, his occupation, and his vehicle. Vehicle. Get out of the vehicle. Let's talk about the certificate title. So, the car, the truck, the pickup wasn't in his name. Let's confront him.
Let's start with why you went to the cabin.
If the police were interested in it, I was interested in it.
The car.
That pickup of yours. That's a very nice ride. Especially for a stringer who only gets a few stories on the air. How can you afford it?
When Boston 6 does use a story, they pay okay.
That truck is top of the range. How much did it set you back? $55,000, $60,000?
When I have to, I do what everybody else does. I take out a loan. How about you, detective? You got a loan on your car?
He's enjoying himself. I need to throw him off balance somehow, surprise him into making an error. Explain to me again how you got to the crime scene.
I listened in on the police radio frequency. Anybody can do it with a scanner. I headed for the crime scene in my trusty pickup, like I've done for years. After the forensic team left, I needed to see the crime scene for myself. I got to the bunker just before you arrived.
Okay, he said I took out a loan. I took out a loan for the car. So if I want to buy a car, I go to the bank and I say to the bank, I want to borrow some money. Yeah, and the bank say, of course. Class A plus English, a fantastic company, a fantastic customer. I mean, we will lend you the money. Yeah, I want to borrow money, and they will lend me money. And then as a noun, we call that a loan. Yeah, so I can have a car loan or a holiday loan. But maybe if I want to buy a house, it's not. We don't say loan. We have a different word for this. You go to the bank and you want to get a mortgage. A mortgage. Okay. Which of these sentences contains a lie? I listened in on the police radio frequency. Anybody can do it with a scanner. A scanner. I thought scanners were illegal, but yeah, you can tune into the radio frequencies of the police. So I think criminals and journalists, they're listening to the cops. You know, oh, there's been a big, I don't know, robbery, bank robbery. So they can hear that and they can get to the scene of the crime quickly. Okay, so I listened into the police. I headed for the crime scene in my trusty pickup like I've done for years. After the forensic team left the scene of the crime where the girl died, I needed to see the crime scene for myself. Last one. I got to the bunker just before you arrived. No. I think it's this one. I think the key is the truck. It's not his. It's in somebody else's name.
You said you've been driving that pickup for years?
Yeah.
Good, right. Thanks to it, I never miss a story.
Okay, we got the driver's license. That's good. The press card. Kosher. It's legal. The title. This is the issue.
You say you've been using your pickup for years, but the title certificate is not in your name. The truck belongs to somebody named Stephen Baker.
Okay, I don't get why the pickup is so important to you.
Oh.
But I guess my ego made me say that. Yeah, the pickup was lent to me by a friend. I couldn't afford it even with a loan.
I think you stole it. Mr. Clark. You needed a pickup like that for our mountain roads, so you stole that one.
Try proving it. But while you run off on some wild goose chase, you can't hold me.
Okay, so I think that he stole the vehicle. Now, he said a wild goose chase. A wild goose chase is when you're running around trying to find something, but it's just not there. You know, it's just wasting your time. We say it was a wild goose chase. If you go to the Instagram, which is class A _ Brian on Instagram, I think I have that as a word of the day, which explains a wild goose. Well, not a word of the day, expression, and it gives some examples. Yeah. All right, let's go for the petrol. This is the big one, I think, everybody. Oh yeah, we want this guy's ass. This guy's ass is grass, everyone.
Let's move on to the gas cans and what we found in your pockets when you were brought in here today.
That sounds exciting.
You wanted to burn the place down because we found a petrol can in the bunker, which basically comes from the truck.
In addition to the gasoline in the back of your pickup
Mm-hmm.
and another in the bunker.
Oh, yeah.
You had a lighter and gloves in your pockets. You were going to set fire to the bunker and every scrap of evidence inside.
Where to begin? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I wasn't planning to use these things to destroy the crime scene. I've been around crime scenes my entire career. I brought the gloves so as not to contaminate it with my fingerprints. The gas can in the back of my pickup, I use it to put gas in the truck. Gas stations are few and far between in your mountains. I didn't know there was a gas can in the bunker. If that's true, I did you a favor. My arrival obviously scared off somebody planning to burn everything.
Do you also have an excuse for your lighter?
The lighter? I'm trying to quit smoking. I used the lighter as a reminder not to start again.
I know that Clark is lying. I need to reconstruct the whole sequence of events in order to understand what happened.
Okay. He said, I'm trying to give up smoking, yeah? To quit. He said, I'm trying to quit smoking. We have a phrasal verb, to give up, when you stop doing something. I was trying to learn Italian, but it was so difficult, I gave up. I quit. Okay, we need to get the sequence of events here. Reconstruct events. Put the events in order to find the right chronology. Okay, what do we got? We've got, he opens the bunker. He throws the petrol. I'm going to stay with petrol. Into the bunker. He breaks the barricade tape. Police, crime scene, do not cross. He closes the bunker. He takes a can of petrol from his truck, his car. I come and surprise Clark. First one, definitely this one, yeah? Okay. I guess this one. He opens the bunker. I guess this one. He takes the petrol, I nearly said gasoline there. I arrive. I guess he throws the canister, the container. He closes the bunker. And then I come and speak to him. I guess that's it, yeah? That makes sense.
Come on, Joanna. That's a rookie mistake.
Oh, God damn it. Alright.
The detective gets it right.
Magnificent.
I'll tell you what really happened. You waited until forensics left and arrived in your probably stolen pickup. You grabbed a can of gasoline from your truck. You then went into the cabin to check if Daisy had been found. You then went straight to the bunker, to see if it had been discovered, planning to set it on fire and destroy all the evidence inside. Before you could start the fire, you heard me arrive. So you hastily left your gas can and closed the hatch. You didn't think
The
I could open the
door.
bunker. If I hadn't found you, I expect you would have burned down the cabin too.
I'm not going to make fun of you, Detective, or how you handled my interrogation. You're obviously very new at this. I swear I'm telling the truth. I didn't know the bunker was there until the moment you showed up. I seem to have trumped your entire police force.
When I get the DNA results from the bunker, we'll continue this conversation.
You have no concrete evidence against me whatsoever.
The lab results will be in soon. You won't get away with this.
You won't get away with this,
See that
Clark.
call? That's your arrest warrant and a one-way ticket to prison. I'll be
One
right
way.
back.
We got him. He's very confident, isn't he? Yeah. Let's call the
Hello,
DNA
sir.
people.
I think I found the man who kidnapped Daisy Armstrong. I'm interrogating him now.
Hold on, Detective Locke. I have some bad news. Someone set fire to the cabin in the bunker. The fire
Wait,
department is
what?
on the scene, but they say it's too late.
That's impossible. My suspect has been in the interrogation room with me all evening.
He has an alibi.
Suzanne Moreau.
Huh?
Her
The
fingerprints
nanny.
are on the wine bottle found in the cabin. We also found an unknown person's fingerprints, but they don't match your suspects.
Sir, with all due respect, I'm convinced Michael Clark is involved.
Detective, I'm cutting you some slack already. But we
Ooh.
cannot hold your suspect simply because you're convinced he's guilty. We have evidence that Suzanne was working with an accomplice, Noah Garrity. I order you to release the reporter and arrest this Moreau.
Let me just check my last lead. The DNA analysis of the hair found in the bunker safe. The results just came in.
I know how hard this is. Okay. Get the DNA results. Detective Locke, I will give you 1 hour maximum. Then you close the file and arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I want to look at an expression here. To cut some slack. Her boss said, I'm cutting you some slack. Hang on 1 second. Let's go to here. Okay, let's look at Merriam-Webster for a minute, yeah? So, first of all, here's the word to interrogate. It's an interrogation of Michael Clark.
Interrogation.
The act of interrogating someone or something is like a formal and systematic questioning. She conducted a skillful interrogation of the witness. It was an old-fashioned interrogation and eavesdropping, listening, like listening into the phone calls, yeah, for example, or, yeah, eavesdropping is like listening to conversations that first led U.S. intelligence agents to the plotters. And during interrogation, instead of just listening for inconsistencies in what is said, agents are being taught to look for minute, the pronunciation there, not minute, minute, very, 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 very small physical reactions on the faces of people being questioned. So, interrogation. But the expression there was to cut some slack. To cut some slack. It's a tricky one to explain. Cut some slack, yeah. To treat someone in a less harsh or critical way. Would you cut me some slack? I'm doing the best I can. So, my boss is criticizing me. And I'm like, cut me some slack. I'm doing my best. Yeah? Okay, good. So that's a nice expression, to cut some slack. I'll put that on Instagram later on, yeah? To cut some slack. Okay, back to the game. So her boss was saying, I'm cutting you some slack, but I'm going to give you an hour to come up with DNA evidence. All right. Let's find out. Ask Clark about his accomplice. Clark had to have an accomplice. So he's not on his own. He's not doing this. He's not a lone wolf. I'm back. Let's go and stand behind him for a minute just to make him nervous. You need to crack your knuckles. Crack. Crack. you know, just to freak him out. But he seems very confident anyway, so that's really annoying me. I want him to sweat.
Who did you call earlier?
An editor from the Boston 6 News.
An editor you repeatedly said should fire you. That was your accomplice, wasn't it? You were telling him to start the fire.
An accomplice?
Yeah. Right, because there was a phone call, he phoned his editor, and you're firing me, don't, I don't care if you fire me. He was kind of doing that, and actually, maybe he was taught code. Okay, choose the name of his accomplice. We've got Noah and Jonas. Noah Garrity, very Irish sounding name there. In fact, I know a few Garritys back home in my town. Was our original suspect for abducting the child. Noah is the boyfriend of the nanny, the au pair of the family. And we think that there was a big party and that he came into the party, abducted the child, and escaped. So, yeah, it has to be Noah.
I know it was Noah you
I
called.
know it
I'm
was
saying
Noah.
nothing more without the presence of my lawyer.
Stay right where you are. I'm not done with you yet.
Wow. Do I hear grounds for a lawsuit?
I'm not
poor
done with
innocent
you
woman
yet.
is being accused instead of you. You set her up, didn't you?
You have to let me go, detective.
All I need is one more phone call to the lab. I know it's you, and I'm going to prove it. Hello, this is Joanna Locke. I need the results of the DNA test I asked you for.
Hi, Detective. Sorry, we only have the DNA sequence. We haven't had time to compare it with the suspects yet. It'll take 7 more hours. I'm sorry, but you are not the only one on the waiting list.
Send
Oh,
your analysis
come
to my
on.
computer in the office. I'll do the comparison myself.
I need authorization.
I have a murderer who is going to walk free unless I get those results now.
God
Fine,
damn
we'll
it.
send it to you right away, but I'll have to log this.
Bureaucracy,
It's my
everybody.
last chance.
Okay, before we do this, let's kind of jump into some of the characters I'm trying to explain here. So this is Joanna Locke. She's a detective. She's 32, American, and she's on the Orient Express. This is the murder victim on the train, yeah? Samuel Ratchet, an American businessman. But we're going to go down here. These are the characters on the... So, Suzanne Moreau, her fingerprints were found on a bottle of wine in the cabin. She is the chief suspect. She's 35, she's French, and she's the nanny. She's the au pair. She's looking after the child. This is the father of the child, John Armstrong. He's 38, American. No. He's British. Ooh, that's a mistake. He's British. Now, this is sad. This is Sonia, his wife, 32. She is American, but we went to the house again. We spoke to John, and unfortunately, right, so his wife was pregnant again, so she's really stressed out. Her daughter has been kidnapped. There was $1 million ransom. Yeah, they paid $1 million for the freedom of her child. The child was murdered, and unfortunately, Sonia had a miscarriage, and she also died. So basically, what happened was in childbirth, both baby and mother died. So that's very sad. Which is really sad, actually, for this Hercule Poirot compared to the previous game, and this is Michael Clark. Okay, so Suzanne Moreau, the French au pair, is the main suspect. Her fingerprints were found at the scene of the crime. Compare the DNA results. Oh my god. The laboratory finally has the DNA results from the hair I found on the banknotes in the bunker safe. So I cracked the safe. I was able to get in. There was a pen, there was money, and there was the hair clip of the child. And on one of the we found a hair on the, so we've had it checked for DNA. All right. Computer. Enhance. This is my office. This is my computer, so I don't need to go close to the desk or something. I don't remember. Unknown. All right, let's have a look. What the hell is this? Okay. Unknown DNA. John, the father. Michael Clark. Suzanne Moreau. Evidence file 152. Unknown hair found at the crime scene. What am I supposed to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, like, I have to match it. ATC. CTA. GGA. CTA. Well, it has to be CTA. Alright, here's Michael Clark. Here's our suspect. TTCATA. TTC. ATA. TTCATA. TTC. TTACCA. TTACCA. TTCCCA. TTACCA. Oh my god. It's Suzanne. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Suzanne, what have you done?
No.
I can't do a French accent, I'm afraid. Sacre bleu.
I don't understand. I was sure it would be Clark's hair. I'll have to let him go.
It's Suzanne's hair that was on the money. Oof, Suzanne is up to something then. We thought she was kind of innocent, right? That she was being used by Noah Garrity and our boy Michael. What did it say I have to do? Release Michael Clark. Oh no! No, no, no. The DNA test confirms the hair is Suzanne's. I have to release Clark. No! I have nothing else to hold him on. And the DA, the district attorney, said this was my last chance. He was cutting me some slack. Oh, for God's sake. How do I get out of here? Oh, man. He's definitely... I'd be a great cop, wouldn't I? Although all the evidence points to the other person, I'm sure you did it. It's a hunch. It's a gut instinct. It's a feeling. I got a feeling. Let's go stand behind him again. Just to freak him out a bit. Maybe we should take a sample of his hair. It's like, bing! What the hell are you doing? Okay, get out of here.
You can leave.
Sorry it didn't work out for you, did it?
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Maybe you should consider a career change.
Like,
We are not done.
yeah, I'll be back.
Oh, but we are, my dear. We are done.
I had no choice but to return to the Armstrong house to arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Oh. Okay. Agatha was inspired by real events of murder in the Orient Express. In 1921, he was trapped 5 days in the snow. The distraught travelers hunted for wolves. Jesus. They keep saying the same kind of stories, so they could give us some extra new factoids, I think. New task, arrest Suzanne Moreau. The DA ordered me to go and arrest Suzanne Moreau. I mean, she's a murder suspect, right? This is my police cruiser, I think. If I watch YouTube videos, it's usually like they call them a
The
police
arrest
cruiser.
warrant for Suzanne Moreau.
Why don't I say police pickup? Okay, here's the warrant. Wanted. We call this a mug shot. The photos, yeah, the mug shot. Take a picture of the phone. Take a picture of the side. A mug shot. M-U-G. Why? I have no idea. Although it is kind of a slang word, isn't it? Your mug. Your mug is your face. But it's a very old word, like. So I don't take it. Anything else? Check out this house, though. Oh. What? Interact.
Suzanne was set up by Clark and Noah. They are the kidnappers,
Mhm.
but I'm not giving up. When Suzanne comes up for trial, I will fight for her defense.
I
But
will
for now,
fight.
the district attorney is in charge. If I want to stay a detective, he always has the last word.
He is the big cheese. He's the boss. And as in most jobs, we have to do what the big cheese, the boss says. Nice garden. Have a little walk around. I'm kind of putting off arresting her, you know what I mean? I don't want to arrest her because I know she isn't guilty. Look, some toys. Can't go past it. Birds are singing in the trees. Time is it? 2 o'clock. I have to work this afternoon. I'm an online English teacher, everybody.
The door is wide open. How strange.
Strange. See, in fact, I'm an online teacher, so later I have to teach. Where am I teaching today? I'm teaching in Madrid, Kyiv in Ukraine, and in Ankara. Yeah, so I get to go around the world. It's a black cat. Hello. Out terrorizing the local fauna.
Hey, is anyone there? Miss Moreau?
Hello.
Miss Moreau? This is Detective Locke.
I've said it before and I've said it again. This is a very nice house. Anything here? This is the girl. This is Daisy Armstrong. She was kidnapped and murdered. And there's Fluffy, her favorite toy, which we found in the cabin. Let's go upstairs. We need to go to her room, I think. So Daisy was on the right. It's Daisy's room over here. Is Mr. Armstrong still here? No, Mr. Armstrong. Right, this was the kids' room. This Fluffy. Aww. Her room was across, wasn't it? Okay, so before we do this, I think this is a good time before we arrest Suzanne. Just to say, hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this stream. Again, this is Class A Plus English. You know, I play story-driven games for both students, just for people, you know what I mean? I'm not playing Call of Duty or Fortnite, you know? I'm playing kind of slow games with stories that we can talk about the vocabulary. Often in the games, there's choices to be made, you know, so that we can kind of discuss which is the best decision, which is the worst decision. So, if you're enjoying this, please press like. I'm doing the typical YouTube thing here. Press like, and if you haven't, please press subscribe to the channel because it really helps the channel with the algorithms, etc., etc., etc. So you'd really help me, make me happy. Thank you. And let's get back to the game. All right. Now we're going to arrest somebody. Let's go in. Suzanne. Suzanne. What's that Leonard Cohen song? Laptop, toys, books. There she is.
Miss Moreau, can you hear me?
Come
It's
on,
me,
wakey, wakey.
Detective Locke.
Time to get up.
You must get up now.
Wake up.
Miss
Time
Moreau?
to be arrested. She's sleeping. Wake up.
Miss Moreau, can you hear me?
She's drunk.
Suzanne Moreau is dead.
What?
There are no traces of blows or injuries on her body. She doesn't seem to have defended herself from anyone.
Pharmacy 3000 sleeping pills. Take a pill before going to sleep. Okay, everybody. This is looking a bit dark.
It appears Suzanne killed herself by ingesting all these drugs.
Oh dear. It's a suicide. She has committed suicide. It's interesting in English. We say to commit a crime and also to commit suicide. Oh dear. I found her dead. I need to understand what happened. 4 things. Wake up, Suzanne! Okay, that's no joke. Suicide is a terrible thing, everybody. It's nothing to joke about. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Children being killed. What's in here? Let's go check the... Let's go through her stuff. Victor Hugo. Les Miserables. Les Miserables. My French is terrible, everybody. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Brian. Nothing there.
Her glasses are missing.
Her glasses are missing. Interesting. There's that key. This was the key that caused me so many problems. It's a key ring of the Eiffel Tower. But she's not from, I don't think she's from Paris. She's from Lyon, I think, no? I think Lyon is the second biggest city of France. I've never really been to France. I've been through it. But it's somewhere I'd like to go and visit. Nice little ring. Little kind of jewelry box. What is that? Right, it's a tissue box, yeah? What is that? That's not a tissue, is it? Is it like a shell? Like a shell you find on the beach, maybe? Curious. She's not wearing glasses. Where are the glasses? Is she wearing glasses? No. Pills.
Suzanne's diary is missing.
Her diary is missing, everybody. Because we read it previously, yeah? She was a bit upset with us. I think this is Lyon, or I think it was from there, she said. Toy train, because toys are good for playing with. What's this? Dear Ms. Moreau, please forgive this letter. Sorry, I should read it.
Suzanne was telling the truth about her mother.
Please forgive this letter. Dr. Adams has been unable to reach you, to contact you for several days. We wanted to inform you, to let you know that your mother passed peacefully during the night of Saturday, March 29th. So she passed away. She died. Please contact us if you would like assistance with the arrangements for her, or if there's anything else we can do. Sincerely, Adele Franklin, Associate Administrator. What a horrible letter to have to send, yeah? Imagine sending those letters all day. Sorry your loved one died.
Suzanne was telling the truth about her mother.
Computer. No. Turn on the computer completely without warrants. I killed Daisy. I was scared she would tell if I released her from the cabin alive. I can't live with myself and what I've done. Oh, is that kind of a suicide note? I killed Daisy. I was scared she would tell if I released her from the cabin alive. I can't live with myself and what I've done. So she's saying that she did kill Daisy. Okay, what's this? Social media? Hashtag pray for Daisy. It's the nanny. She's responsible for that poor child's death. How can a child nanny do such a thing? I hope the police lock her up for life. I hope they send her to prison for life. Moreau doesn't deserve to live. Oh my God. Another immigrant comes here and kills somebody. Oh my God. We're hearing a lot of that stuff today, aren't we? Bring back the death penalty in Massachusetts. She deserves it. She's just going to end up in some cozy prison. So it's going to be a nice, comfortable prison. Massachusetts used to burn witches at the stake. Okay, the Salem witches, of course, that would be. So she's been getting a lot of... she's been harassed online. Can you imagine just people sending you these kind of messages? You deserve to die. Oh my God. But this is her, isn't it? I killed Daisy. I was scared she would tell if I released her from the cabin alive. I can't live with myself. No witnesses, eh, Suzanne? No witnesses. Sleep well, princess. Okay. Now, I think she's innocent. Well, Joanne Locke thinks she's completely innocent. I'm a bit suspicious, to be honest with you. I think she might be a little bit involved. What do I have to do now? I need to understand what happened.
She must have realized at last how she'd been used. The death of her mother would have been an additional shock, and the self-righteous court of social media was as quick as usual to try and convict her.
Yeah, can you imagine getting like loads of abuse online?
I called the district attorney to inform him.
This is Detective Locke, sir. I'm at the Armstrong house.
Have you arrested Suzanne Moreau?
She's dead, sir. Apparent suicide, but I need a forensics team.
She killed herself out of remorse for her part in the crime.
We don't know that yet. I'm calling forensics now, but I wanted you to know.
What a mess.
What a
Stay
mess.
outside until forensics arrive.
Yes, sir. Standing by.
And that, my friends, was the end of Suzanne
The investigation
Moreau.
was officially closed. I was certain that she was innocent, and Clark had been responsible for 4 deaths and then vanished into thin air. With $1 million. Dollars marked, though, and not easily spent. I didn't care if the case was officially closed.
4 deaths?
I swore, Mr. Poirot, whatever it took, I would hunt him down.
Okay, we're back to the Orient Express, it looks like. 4 deaths, because there was Daisy, Suzanne, the mother, and her unborn child. So it's 4 deaths that she's talking about. Here we are. So the Orient Express, December 17th, 2023. And we are snowed in. We cannot
I waited
move.
for the forensics team, then went into the station to write my report. I was officially off the case.
Thank you, mademoiselle.
Hercule!
That obviously cannot be the completion of your story. If I might ask a question?
Of course.
Who was Ratchet? Now, this is the murder victim. Ratchet was Noah, Miss Moreau's boyfriend. Ratchet was Michael Clark, the reporter. So she's been chasing the killer.
Michael Clark, Clark, the reporter, he was Ratchet?
Absolutely. I was the only law enforcement official to question Clark. I knew this wasn't his first kidnapping.
You looked for similar cases. What do you Americans call the MMOs?
Means, motive, and opportunity. Yes, I looked for someone in plain sight. Someone on the edge of a kidnapping case. Someone in plain view, keeping track of the investigations. An innocent witness, a concerned neighbor, even another reporter.
And eventually you found a name behind an alias.
Yes, I found a name.
Cassetti.
The real name of the man you call Ratchet, is Cassetti.
This explains much, mademoiselle, but not all.
It explains why she is our #1 suspect.
But not how she came to be on this train. Attends, she has grown pale.
I don't know
Pure white.
what's wrong with me. Excuse me, Mr. Poirot. I don't feel very well.
You are exhausted and still feeling the effects of the drug. Stay with us, mademoiselle. One more effort. I need to know your recent movements.
I snuck aboard the train.
This I observed. You came directly to this room?
Yes, and other than a couple of careful trips to the ladies yesterday, I never left this room.
The toilet.
I didn't want to be spotted by Ratchet. Yesterday, I chatted with my roommate, Miss Schmidt, I think, here in our room. She brought me some dinner. I got very sleepy and nodded off.
To nod off is to fall asleep, yeah? To nod
And
off.
now she nods off again. Is
Yeah.
this a joke? She must be faking so we
Nod
can't
your head.
interrogate her further, Poirot.
No, Book. She really seems to have fallen asleep again. It is my fault. She must have been given a dangerous dose of sleeping pills last night. The effects should wear off soon, I hope, but I am afraid asking her to tell us her story was too much for her.
Pinch her, Poirot. She's faking.
Her eyes are dilated. She is not faking, and there will be no pinching. Dr. Constantine, please stay with her. Monsieur Book, ask the other passengers to gather in the dining car. There are still many questions I need to ask.
But all of them together? Won't someone overhear your questioning the others?
I will speak softly because I am trained to do so. They will speak softly because they want to.
Very well. I will do as you say.
Okay, he said a couple of things here, yeah? Let's have a quick look. First of all, he said that she's fallen asleep because the drugs haven't worn off to wear off. So imagine I have a headache. Oh, I take a painkiller, paracetamol or ibuprofen or something. Now maybe that tablet lasts for a couple of hours. Last? No. How long does a football match last for? A football match lasts for 90 minutes, yeah? How long does a Hollywood movie last? It lasts for about 2 hours, I don't know. Yeah? So what I do is I have a headache, I take a paracetamol, and that kills the pain. I take a painkiller to kill the pain, but maybe after a couple of hours the potency of the tablet will wear off. It's not affecting me. It's not working anymore, yeah? And then he said, Book, who's the director of the Orient Express, said, pinch her. To pinch is like, ow, ow, like children, pinch someone, you wake up, won't you? You might be pretending to be asleep. If I get pinched. Don't pinch, yeah, it's not nice. Okay, we're going to interrogate Right, so what do we know? We think the killer is left-handed, that they used their left hand when they stabbed. Well, we think two people are involved. One is a woman, one is a man, but one of the killers has a left hand. Not has a left hand, is left-handed. So we've been investigating that. Also, there's a thing that we found a vape. Yeah, it's an updated Hercule Poirot game. They are vaping now, but mostly the people are smokers. And then we found out that the British Army guy, which they made a mistake and called him American, he uses vapes, and in particular, his favorite flavor is banana, which is the flavor of the vape we found at the crime scene of Ratchet, who they're saying now is Cassetti or something like that. Interesting. We're going to do a little bit more, okay? Hang on. Here we go. All right. So let's just do a quick overview of the main characters now. So there's Joanne, the detective who's ill. This is Book, who wanted to pinch her. He's the director of the Orient Express. He's kind of like the boss. This is Dr. Constantine. He has been dealing with the dead body. Here's the victim of the murder on the train. This is the man who I suspect. And notice now, he's British. Oh, no, it was Armstrong. Armstrong was British as well. He's right-handed, okay, but he smokes the vape. Again, another very suspicious character, Mary Debenham. She's an English teacher. Very suspicious. She doesn't smoke, she's right-handed. And then there's just some other characters here that we've come to again. This is the guard, Pierre. Who else? The bartender, the chef. I don't really know who this guy is yet. Cyrus. Hector. Edward. Hildegard. Greta. Okay. Interrogate suspects. Question. I have to go to the dining car to speak to passengers I have yet to interrogate. Alright, let's go and question some more people, I suppose, maybe? Yeah, okay, we'll do a little bit more. Hang on, everybody, I need to stop for a second. Hang on. Because on YouTube, I can't smoke, basically. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. Give me a second, and I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. Okay, hang on 1 second. Can't go there. We'll go back to the game. I've got cameras on. Okay. Alright, so look, what I'll do is I'll just run through these quickly so you can pause, see who everybody is. Victim, witness, princess, Russian princess, guard, Italian, wife of the man above. Chef, bartender, chef. Don't really know who he is yet. Hector. So these two work for the victim, yeah? Hector is the secretary and Edward is the valet. He's kind of like the, I don't know, butler, I suppose. Hildegard and Greta. So what are we doing? So here we are, stuck in the mountains, snowy mountains. We're in the Balkans. We're in like Croatia, Serbia, somewhere. The train cannot move. Typical. This is the Orient Express, everybody. Look, and it's a complete replica. Yeah, I've looked on YouTube. It looks really accurate. We have first class and second class. We have a bar and we have a dining, well, a restaurant, I suppose you'd call it, dining room, a restaurant, and a storage carriage where the employees work. Here we go, into the bar. Is Book in there drinking? No, very quiet. Where is everybody? Hildegard. The Russian doll, look. A Russian doll, you know? Okay, let's go in here. We're going to the restaurant first, because this is who we... Who am I talking to? I'm talking to Book? Hello? Hello? Who's he? Ah, yeah. Here's the restaurant. That was the bar. So yeah, you can go onto YouTube and you can see there's lots of videos of the Orient Express. Really, really expensive. Here's Book. He's the
The
kind of the
passengers
boss.
who agreed to come and talk to you are assembled, Poirot. Mr. Masterman is already here to answer your questions.
Perfect. Thank you, my friend.
Edward
Sit
Masterman.
down, Monsieur Masterman, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're
Does
American,
the
huh?
name Cassetti mean anything to you?
No,
Cassetti.
should it?
Have you heard of the Armstrong kidnapping case?
Of course. It was all over the news a few years ago.
Your employer's real name is Cassetti. He was the man behind that kidnapping.
Ah.
Was he murdered that poor little girl?
Oh my God.
Mr. McQueen, the man you worked for is a kidnapper named Cassetti.
What? What kidnapping?
He murdered his victim, a child named Daisy Armstrong.
The Armstrong kidnapping?
You had no idea of Monsieur Ratchet's real name?
Damn skunk!
Why are you so upset?
My father was the district attorney who handled the case, Mr. Poirot. I saw Mrs.
Oh.
Armstrong more than once. She was a lovely woman, so gentle and heartbroken.
Oh.
If ever a man deserved what he got, Ratchet, or Cassetti, is the man. He didn't deserve to live.
Madame
Okay.
Olson, have you heard of the Daisy Armstrong case?
No, I've never heard of it.
It was only 2 years ago. It was famous.
Maybe so, but it was not famous in Spain, where I
Hey.
have been helping the refugees from Africa.
You've never heard the name Daisy Armstrong?
No, never.
Daisy Armstrong? No.
No.
No! No!
Yes. It was all over the English tabloids before I went to
Miss
Jordan. The
Debenham.
horrific crime that claimed the lives of an entire family and their wrongfully accused nanny. That's right, isn't it?
Quite so.
I thought the culprit had been punished.
Some might say that the culprit was punished last night.
Oh, my heavens.
May I ask you a few more questions?
Yes, yes, of course.
So Ratchet, is a guy called Cassetti. So he's pretending his name was Ratchet. Okay, now this lady here is extremely suspicious to me. She said she was in Jordan?
You were in Jordan?
Yes, I was an English tutor there to the children of a high official. Until recently.
Oh. You lived in the United States?
You read about the crime, as you said, in the tabloids.
Yes, that's right. For weeks, news of the royal family was eclipsed.
Have you ever been to the United States, mademoiselle?
No, never. Jordan was really my first trip abroad.
Link with Captain, I can't pronounce his name, Arbuthnot. Okay, so the game began in Istanbul in a hotel. This Captain Arbuthnot is an English ex-military guy. He claimed that his ticket was stolen. Go back to episode 1, okay? You can see all of this. Now, in the hotel, they were talking, I think, and they were talking at the train station, and they seemed like they knew each other. But on the train, they've been keeping away from each other. Now, we have the suspicion that there's two murderers, a man and a woman, and it's pointing towards her and Captain Arbuthnot.
What is your relationship to Captain Arbuthnot?
Good question.
A former soldier traveling with us. You must have met him.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I met him on the platform in Istanbul. We only had a brief exchange of pleasantries, nothing more. British Reserve and all that.
British Reserve and all that.
The British Reserve. Yes, with this I am familiar.
Confrontation. Now, which of these sentences contains a lie? I met him on the Istanbul station platform, the train station. Definitely true. We observed them. We only had a brief discussion. Suspicious, but maybe. I don't talk to strangers in general. I don't know if this is true or not. I was an English tutor in Jordan. Now, the point is, at the beginning, the captain or whatever his name is, he said that his ticket was stolen. So Book, the director of the Orient Express, asked Hercule to investigate. We went to his room, and while looking around, looking for clues, we found an earring. Now, we remembered that the earring belongs to her, so she was in the room. It's all pointing towards the assumption that they are having a relationship. So let's go for this one.
Are you sure everything you have told me is accurate, Mademoiselle Debenham?
Of course.
Looks at the restaurant, yeah. Earring at the hotel. Going to Paris like the captain. Well, that's not really very good, is it? You're going to Paris the same, so you must be guilty. No, it's the earring. The earring at the hotel. Go on, Hercule.
Mademoiselle, I know that you met Captain Arbuthnot at the Tocatlion Hotel.
You were spying on me?
I am very attentive to my surroundings. It helps in my profession.
Well, it's your word against mine.
I had occasion to be of some assistance in recovering Captain Arbuthnot's train ticket. While searching his room, I also discovered one of your earrings.
Hi, Armac.
Whatever your relationship may be to the good captain, I doubt it has anything to do with British Reserve. You will not tell me your secret, mademoiselle?
I can't. I don't know what you mean.
Poirot, Miss Debenham's got nothing to do with this business. Nothing. Do you hear?
Whoa, what's he doing? Oh, he just punched me.
Archie, stop.
Oh my God.
No, this behavior is unworthy of an officer and a gentleman.
Leave her alone. Have you no honor?
Archie,
dear.
You should go.
Captain Arbuthnot, I am certain you are a brave soldier, but you are a poor actor. The truth is that
you are Miss Debenham's Lover!
Your relationship with Miss Debenham is beyond doubt, Captain. Your reaction was apparently that of a man trying to protect the woman he loves. I might understand that if your relationship were some cleverly disguised secret, but it is not. You make puppy dog eyes at one another at every opportunity. You cannot hide your love. Everybody knows.
I advise you to stop with your accusations, Mr. Poirot. I'm going to escort Miss Debenham back to her compartment. Make of that what you will.
The captain and Mademoiselle Debenham are obviously adamant about not revealing their relationship, but this scene convinced me there is
Oh
more
yeah,
that
they're
is
an
not
item,
so
okay.
obvious.
This murder has everyone on edge. In my 25-year career, I have never seen such madness aboard the Orient Express.
I understand, my friend. The more we learn, the more perplexing this train ride becomes.
The more
But we have other
confusing.
clues to pursue.
What do you have in mind?
The broken watch on Monsieur Ratchet's wrist, for example, and the handkerchief found near the body. Who does that belong to?
This little drama we have just witnessed has not put you off the scent.
Far from it, my friend. Will you return to your watch over Mademoiselle Locke?
Yes, I will. Dr. Constantine can probably use a break.
Good.
Au revoir, Poirot.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat, everybody. Alright, I think that's it. I have to go to work. Well, I say go to work. It means I work exactly here. I work online, yeah. So, recap. What have we done? We interrogated Michael Clark, yeah? He got off. We had to let him go because the DNA evidence did not match with the hair. We went to the house. Joanna Locke, the detective, she went to the house to arrest Suzanne, the French au pair. Fingerprints on the bottle of wine in the cabin. She had committed suicide, so she was dead. So the police closed the case. So Joanne has been, she doesn't believe it. She thinks there's more to the story, and she has been pursuing the killer, basically. So she was pursuing Ratchet, the murder victim, on the train, but she thinks his name is Cassetti. Now, there's something definitely going on between the army captain, or whatever his name is, and the English teacher for sure, yeah? I got punched. I got punched by him, which is very, very annoying. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I have some classes to give this afternoon. So I'm going to leave you there. I hope you enjoyed the stream. What day is today? Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. We'll be back for some more Hercule Poirot, probably Sunday morning, yeah? I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, really helps me out. I really appreciate it. Take care. And hi, Armac. Yeah, interesting development. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff happening for sure. But we are going to get to the bottom of this. I swear to you. I promise. Yeah, that's a promise from Class A Plus English to you. Take care. Have a good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye-bye.